You are lucky. I found carbonated beverages in one of the pantries. Carbonated blood! Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Doug and Jimmy uncork their bottles, and they don't like what they hear. The faint hissing sound, like a balloon quietly deflating. That's the sound of soda. What are you talking about? Did you see the bottle date? You try to speak softly so the vampire won't hear you. One of my maids always said, soda never expires. And then I killed her! Hey, what is up, guys and gals? My name is Ginge King, and welcome back to Varney Lake. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite visual novel games I've played so far. If you have not seen the first video, I highly suggest watching it or you're not going to know what's going on. What do you think the odds are? You like this feeling. Oh, we're looking through her perspective now. Almost as if you were floating, and everything weighed a little less. You needed this, and you know your mom did too. I'd say the same odds as shuffling a deck of cards, and getting an order that's already been dealt. In the history of all mankind. I think I missed a word there. Sorry. Wait a minute. How? I read somewhere that if you shuffle a deck of 52 cards well, if you shuffle it well 4 or 5 times, like this, even though you're not looking at him, you can imagine Doug shuffling an invisible deck of cards. The odds of getting a card order someone already got are infinitely small. There's a slight breeze. You try to imagine what could be the possible configuration for you to see it. How small? It was like 1 in, I don't know, a huge number. I think it had like 67 zeros. Wow. Does a number that big even have a name? You can't help but smile. This conversation is pointless. It's a stupid conversation. Jimmy is nothing like your boyfriend. Your boyfriend is taller, bigger, manlier, more self-confident. Everything Jimmy is not. I think we're going to see it. Dear God. Neither one of them say anything. Why did you need to compare Jimmy to your boyfriend at all? Like what? Is Jimmy your summer boyfriend? You need some I'm not even gonna say it. But you know they're waiting for you to go on. Doug. Oh, Doug. I'm not loving the side profile, I gotta say. Your little cousin, who has always idolized and feared you in equal measure. Jimmy. Doug's friend who is now your friend too. And you always knew he liked you. Mark my words. This summer, we're going to see Mount Rushmore in the sky. This is what you spend your summers doing. Just looking up in the clouds. You know what? I spent most of my summers playing video games, so I guess I can't really talk shit. I don't know, cousin. 67 is a lot of zeros. The math is not important. Shut the fuck up, Doug. It's enough that we've added to the list. Doug pulls your journal out of the backpack and hands it to you. Oh. And you all read the summer bucket list with the veneration? Is that what it says? With veneration? I kind of want to catch an albino tarpon, to be honest. That sounds pretty cool. Martin, Felix's father, was the only one who had ever caught one. Such a feat had earned his picture on the wall of the fisherman's bar. There was a time when everyone wanted to catch another albino tarpon. But time went by and people started to distrust Martin's story. And the very existence of the albino tarpon. I'm gonna get that fucking fish, okay? If that's a thing I can do in this game, mark my fucking words for fucking getting it. See Mount Rushmore in the clouds. Even though you understand the boys' doubts, you know they're looking at the problem in the wrong way. Finding shapes in the clouds speaks more about people looking for them than the shapes themselves. The problem is to get the three of you to agree on what you're seeing. And when that moment comes, all three of you agree that you're seeing the same thing. You'll have reached the most precious moment of your friendship. Okay? I mean, if you say so, man. I haven't seen Mount Rushmore in the sky with my friends, but I'll fucking trust your word for it. And get $100. You know? Get the picture on the wall of bar that everyone goes to. Achieve peak friendship. And then $100. This was one of the club's oldest goals. Year after year, you aim to raise $100 to someday be able to buy the drive-in theater. Just for $100 in fucking 1954. Holy shit. Last year, you had come close. And Jimmy thought all you needed was a little more ruthlessness. Check the Varney Lake map. Are we going to talk about the vampire, or is this a different time? You looked at the locations you marked on the map. Up Little River, Eagle Hill, General Market. Felix had told you before he was born, his parents had... Felix had told you that before he was born, his parents had had a daughter. A daughter who would now be like you if it weren't for the strange disease that had caused her death at a very young age. Maybe that's why Martin talked to you more than the rest. And maybe that's why he had told you about the place where you should start looking for the albino tarpon. Okay, we gotta go to the river. Got it. Eagle Hill. What's that? Eagle Hill is located southwest from the lake. The perfect place to feel close to the sky and find different shapes in the clouds. Eagle Hill is one of the spots that couples, older kids used to meet up at night. Until the winter Barbara disappeared. Barbara lived year-round at Varney Lake. Eagle Hill was the last place she'd been seen alive. And with Brandon, no less. After ruling out Brandon as a suspect, the police believed that Barbara had run away from Varney Lake. Rumor around town that she didn't get along with her parents at all. Yeah, Barbara's dead. The vampire guy definitely ate her. And Doug might be on his next list, you know, just saying. From the title screen, I know not very good things happen to Doug. The general market is almost as old as the first settlement in Varney Lake. You could buy almost anything. From bread or butter or batteries or cigarettes. Or weed or alcohol or acid or, you know, shit you shove up your ass. But even more important, the general market is surrounded by a concrete playground where the kids from Varney Lake hang out a lot. And that playground is the ideal place to play Doug's games. Shouldn't we mark the area where the vampire told us about it? Okay, you're just going to glance over that. Also, this position of Doug right here might be my favorite of all. Just prime alpha Chad Dougness right there. Just, God, this is beautiful. I love this game. Doug's right. There we go. Nice. Now we can always remember where our vampire friend is. I'm sure he has nothing to do with the disappearance of Barbara. You know, the thing that feasts on blood of humans. Nope. Nothing to do with any disappearances here. The old cobblestone road stretches for miles. No one knows when it was built. Or by whom. Most likely the fucking vampire that lives there. The vampire had told you to follow it to the end. And to wait until 7 o'clock in the evening. Jimmy looks at Doug. I told my mom I'm sleeping at your house tonight. I told mine I'm sleeping at yours. Doug and Jimmy laugh heartily. Their mothers are at each other's throats and not talking. It's the perfect alibi. I want to talk about that story. What about you? Neither of them ask you anything. You know they do it out of respect. Your mom is usually so drunk at night you don't even have to make up an excuse to go out. Dear God. Oh, God. Oh. Look at this determined stare. I was waiting for the vampire's eyes to come up at the bottom. I want us all to say something at unison. You take a deep breath and get up. Summer is just beginning, and Varney Lake seems full of possibilities. We are going fishing. Fuck yes. How many fish does the old geezer want? You'd like to say something, but you choose to keep quiet. Old geezer? Martin had lost his daughter. God damn it. Christine? 9. Jimmy lets out a whistle. If we bring him 9 fish, he will tell us where to catch the albino tarpon? You nod. But how are we going to catch so many fish? Last time it was a disaster. Doug's right. But what he doesn't take into account is that Martin gave you some tricks he learned over a lifetime of fishing. Let's fucking fish. Hell yeah. Lift rod. You try to remember his words. Don't laugh. But Martin says that to fish we have to open our senses. Oh God. Okay, so do I have to do something with spacebar? I don't know the controls. Do you know what synesthesia is? I can't even pronounce that. Synesthesia is the ability to perceive something with a different sense than the one stimulated. Seeing a color when you hear a musical note, for example. Martin says to be good fishermen, you have to develop synesthesia. When you catch something and try to pull it out of the water, there's going to be resistance. The fish is going to try to get loose. And what you have to do is imagine those movements in specific color. Green for weak movement, yellow for normal movement, red for sudden movement. Okay. As long as we respond with the movement that compensates for the fish's attempts to escape, we're going to tire it out and we're going to be able to get it out of the water. Jimmy looks confused. I'm with you, Jimmy. It sounds a little bit confusing. I'm seeing these sliders over here. Can I move these at all? After a few seconds, Doug starts laughing. And you say my games are complicated. You don't feel like arguing with your cousin. This is not a game. Fishing is an activity. And with any activity, what really matters is to dedicate the necessary time to learn all of its secrets. When do I lift rod? Now? When the fish goes up? Lift! Lift! Lift it? Bam! What am I doing? I can't adjust anything on the slide. There we go. Did I get him? Oh my God. Oh, do I have to fill all these up? Is that what I'm doing? I think I get it. Sort of? Maybe. I don't know. I filled them all up. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Huh! I lost it! How did I lose it? God damn it! Do I have to fill it all with green? How did I lose? God, I'm gonna fucking freak out. We're doing good. We're doing something. I don't know what we're doing. But we're just fishing. Fishing is a calm, peaceful time. Okay? We're gonna get that fucking 9 fish. What do I do now? Someone tell me. Do I have to like match the colors or something, right? Is that what I have to do? Okay. So I got another green. And then another green? Fuck me, dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Dude. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong. We're gonna catch at least one goddamn fish. I swear to God we will. I lost it immediately. God fucking damn it. Okay. So I guess I just gotta match the hook, right? That's what I gotta do. I could be wrong. I don't know. Now the hook wants red. And we got red. Okay. We give it red. Okay, hook wants green. We can give it green. There's your green. He wants another green? Look at that. We have that for him already. Look at, we fucking did it. Okay, that wasn't hard at all. We're just fucking stupid. Whoa, look at that. It's a trout. It looks beautiful. I love it. I love me some pixelated trout. Remember the last time we grilled one? Nope, I don't. I tried gutting a trout once and it did not turn out well at all. Went slipping everywhere. All fucking guts came out of its mouth. It was awful. Okay, so we got green. Yeah, yellow. Yellow goes there. So you want a red? We give you red. There's your red. Okay, he wants a green. Motherfucking green right there. Ah! Caught something again. Oh, that one's different. I don't know if I like that one. An eel. Oh. Why is there eel in this lake? Where is Varney Lake? Is it in Washington? I'm pretty sure this is in Washington. I could be wrong. Didn't know you can catch eels in Washington. That's pretty fucking cool, though. Red. This game is easy. This is for babies. Babies! Motherfucking baby game. Bam. Bam. Look at that. Back to back. You got something. Well, catfish, that shit will sting you, man. The fucking on the side of the fins right there, they got spikes. The shit will fucking hurt you and it's poisonous. Just look at its mustache. Yeah, you'll never have one, Doug. Because you're not living after this summer. Sorry, Doug. Well, maybe you could live. Maybe you could go missing and you're living somewhere else, you know? You don't know Doug's fate. Certainly, the vampire we helped save wouldn't try to kill Doug. That would just be fucking rude. Whoops. Lift rod. Is the game going easy on me just because of how much I suck? Oh, he wanted the yellow. I could have grabbed it. Could have done the double combo. Bam. He wants green. God damn it. Give him green. There we go. Got another fucking catfish. Alright, I'm going to be speeding through this, so you guys don't have to, you guys know what's going to happen. If anything changes, I'll let you know, but we'll be skipping through, and I'll show you all the fish that I catch. Caught! There we go. Last fish we fucking needed. Trout. That was quite fun. I like that little mini game. Obviously, not, look, catch 9! I didn't even see, was I getting trophies before? My fucking microphone was in the way. God damn it. I hope I didn't miss any other trophies. Okay. We caught 9. We don't need any more. Maybe we'll catch one more. Just for good measure. Don't know if we need it. I want to see if I get one more trophy, though. What? What did we just catch? What the fuck? A hat? A fedora? What's the fedora from? Is that from like the other game, the Mothman game, and I just don't get the reference? Wow. Where did it come from? Hold on. What happens if we fish one more time? Oh, god damn it. I lifted too soon. Why did we get a fedora? That's so random. The game's telling me that there's no more fish in here because I've lifted it up like 3 times and there's nothing in there. We got the 9 fish. You got the 9 fish Martin asked you to catch. The goal of catching the albino tarpon is getting closer and closer. Are we gonna take them to the old geezer or what? Oh shit, it's nighttime. The vampire's out to feast. What do you think he meant? I think it was clear, especially after seeing how you were shaking in the mill. Huh? Yeah, right. Wasn't it you who let out a scream when he bit the deer? You're a little bored listening to them fight. It's usually something you enjoy, but there are times when they seem childish. Ugh, children. You think about your boyfriend, what he's doing right now. Does he miss you? Do you miss him? It's here. The end of the old road. I didn't choose to go here. I wanted to do other shit. I sharpened a twig with a razor. Might work as a stake. I brought a silver chain. There we go. We are well equipped for this vampire. For a few seconds, no one says anything. What does his fucking shirt say? Das Cargo? Gas Cargo? Is that what it says? What time is it? You look at the clock. It's almost 7. Brandon didn't show up all day, did he? Oh fuck, Brandon's dead. Brandon got fucked up. He don't think that. Doug suddenly goes quiet. Do you feel that? A disturbance in the forest. Oh! The sound. What is that fucking sound? You feel it too. The alien beams are shooting in my brain. The vibration. Some kind of electricity. A burning smell. Oh! Magic! What the? Oh! 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 Dude, I love Doug's glasses. The fucking blue shimmering. Come on, let's go in the magic house where the vampire wants us to go. I'm sure it's fine. Jimmy still surprises you. A few minutes ago, he seemed... What word did you use? Childish. Now you don't quite know what to think. He's a fucking idiot. We just opened time portal, guys. We can't be doing this. We can't be going no fucking time portals. Come on. Shall we go in? Let's wait a bit. You shake your head. Jimmy's about to say something, but suddenly shuts up. Well, I've been waiting for you. Come with me. You look at Doug. Doug looks at Jimmy. And Jimmy looks at you. Jimmy strides forward and takes a few quick steps as not to be left behind. Dude, why are we doing this? This is stupid. Wow. Yes. Wow. You feel small in the air. You feel small in there. You've never seen a house with such high ceilings. There was a time when everything was different. You'd have been greeted by my servants. Entertained until I decided to join you. What would you like to drink? Blood! Probably not the water. He's gonna get offended if we ask him. I don't know what to answer. Nothing, thank you. What about a Bloody Mary? Oh, he's about to beat your ass. You're fucking... An awkward silence follows Jimmy's joke. A soda then. Doug's eyes widen. Me too. Your cousin can't stay away from sugary drinks. Let's make it 3 sodas to keep things simple. You try to make up for Jimmy's attitude with a smile. We only serve Bloody Marys here. Maybe there's some in the pantry. Bullshit! I'll be back in a minute. Yes, go summon up your fucking hell-created soda. As soon as the door to the huge dining room closes, the three of you jump out of your chairs. How old is this furniture? Who are all these people? Did you see the little bats on the chair? None of you can contain your amazement. After all, you were in a vampire's house. You know, a vampire's house, the thing that fucking eats people. But sure, it's fine. We're cool. We don't care. We're bored in summer. God. Bloody Mary. Doug lets out a hiss and you can't help but laugh. I'm sure he's been thinking of vampire jokes all afternoon. Jimmy doesn't say anything and your laughter doesn't last long. The silence is oppressive. You wonder if the walls of the dining room ever heard the sound of people laughing. Nope, probably the sound of screaming though, lots. You unconsciously fondle with your bracelet, and you're thankful it's silver. The door opens and none of you say anything. You are lucky. I found carbonated beverages in one of the pantries. Carbonated blood! Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Doug and Jimmy uncork their bottles, and they don't like what they hear. The faint hissing sound, like a balloon quietly deflating. That's the sound of soda. What are you talking about? Did you see the bottle date? You try to speak softly so the vampire won't hear you. One of my maids always said, soda never expires. And then I killed her! Did he hear you? How? His vampire ears, you fucking idiot! Do vampires have superhuman hearing? I know you have lots of questions, like when I'm going to kill all of you. That will be very soon, don't worry. Brandon, for example. Yes, the schoolboy. I have decapitated him and staked his body for all of the land to see. You won't have to worry about him anymore. I didn't even get to talk to Brandon. We could have worked things out. And you just went and killed him? Did you kill him? What do you think you're drinking right now? Looks like we got a little bit of Brandon in all of us. What do you think I am? Let's just say he's not going to be able to hurt anyone anymore. I ripped his dick off and forced him to eat it. Listen carefully. You saved me, and now I owe you. What about the drive-in theater? The question takes you by surprise. How the fuck do you know that? I super read your diary when you ran in here. Is the vampire also able to read your minds? Or is there a simpler explanation? We like horror movies. What is Doug doing? Why is he even telling him this stuff? Give me a minute, I'll show you one. Watch what happened to Doug. I have something to show you. Something to show us? How many of the dozens of horror movies you've seen included just like that? A line just like that. How many of the dozens of horror movies you've seen include a line just like that one? You wait for the door to close. Doug, you're about to get kicked out of the fucking group. For many fucking reasons. Intimidating and goading the fucking vampire might be the stupidest thing ever. And you don't have to say anything. You try to hold back your laughter and breathe through your nose. Why? Why did we run? Doug tries to catch his breath. What did you mean, why? That old guy's a freak, and we don't want to die in his haunted house. You looked at Jimmy and smile. Jimmy smiles back. It's just a second, and when you realize, you look down, you pull your arm away. What? Why do we pull our arm away? Because we were holding on to Jimmy? I love old Jimmy's face. He's just so grizzled and done with life. He's fucking been through Vietnam and shit. Or was it the Korean War? I don't fucking know. Maybe he was probably in both. You listen to them talking. You think about the best way to arrange the material for the book. On one hand, you have the activities they did during the day. All the things that strengthened them as a group and made the story more human. On the other hand, the first night at the vampires, a dinner that didn't turn out as the vampire had probably expected. You adjust your glasses, a habit of almost as old as you. Why are you asking yourself all these questions? At what point had you lost confidence in your writing process? I know exactly. I was under the impression I was a great writer. And now you're telling me I'm bad? I don't know. Something just feels wrong. You'd like to write as you used to, one chapter after the other, without worrying too much about the structure. Books are nothing more than an act of accumulation, you said in one of the prefaces. You'd been commissioned to write at some point. But this is a visual novel about a guy who wants to write a novel, listening to people, taking notes for the novel. Now nobody commissions anything from you. Nobody! You had a hard time finding a publisher for this new book. And you think 10 years ago, any non-fiction publisher in the country would have paid astronomical amounts to have you among their authors. God, do I suck that much? Phew. Finally, good sign. The story of these three kids made you lose track of time. Would the same thing happen to your future readers? I certainly did. I was fucking invested. I didn't even think 40 minutes passed by. 10 of that was fucking fishing, though. You'll have to excuse me. I have to make a phone call. I don't think it'll take more than 10 minutes. There's a phone across the street. Jimmy and Christine nod. Before you leave, you reach into your pockets. Oh, shit. Probably ask Christine for a quarter. Let's see. I always have some spare change, in case something happens with my son. It's only a second, but you notice the expression on Christine's face the moment she mentioned her son. Oh, fuck! It doesn't take a professional to notice the tension that still exists between these two. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, have fun with that little conversational tidbit while I'm across the street. I'll be back in 5 minutes. 10 at the most. Oh, dude, that blank expression on her face. Dear God. Hey, where's the stranger that was watching us? You know they won't miss you too much. Jimmy and Christine have a lot to talk about. Hey, there you are again. You're a fucking goat man or something. That's a goat eye. I know fucking goat eyes. It's raining outside. You think the concept of the pathetic It's raining outside, and you think about the concept of the pathetic fallacy. Was nature mourning the commercial success of your last book didn't achieve? Bro, back the fuck up before I shoot you. The funny thing is you don't really care about the money. Or rather, you're not interested in it as the end itself. You just see it as a tool that allows you to continue your research. And do damage control. Damage control on what? You made some decisions in your career that you regretted. But you've always tried to make up for it. Okay, Goat Man, back up. Your heart almost came out of your mouth. Xanatos, you motherfuckers. Who the fuck is Xanatos? Who's Xanatos? You hang up the phone, the coin is returned. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you? It's fucking... Look at his nose in the corner. Look at this fucking freak. I don't even know what voice to give him. That's what he's getting, though. You let the air out of your mouth. Although you've seen many things over the years. Terrible things. Unimaginable for some. You can't deny that Xanatos indeed frightened you. What happened? Why did you leave the diner? Xanatos seemed nervous. And he doesn't need to tell you anything for you to know what's wrong with him. He's a fucking goat. Go. but 10 minutes tops. You go back to the booth and dial Lee's number. What's wrong? Okay, clearly I need to play the first game. No. The fuck Xanatos is doing. Lee is Xanatos' adoptive father. Okay. And your friend, you might say. Why did you bring your friend's goat son here? Your friend's adopted goat son. You feel responsible for everything that happened to him, including turning into a goat. After all, Lee was one of the main characters in the book about the Mothmen in 1966 meteor shower. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. The phone rings. Think about that night in 1966. Am I going to spoil the shit for me if I think about it? Well, let's think about it, sure. Since that fateful night in November 1966, Lee could feel the effects of every possible present at once. It's hard for you to imagine something like that. Well, I got achievement Pixel Pulper, that's the developers of this game, to feel each and every possible present, as if they had happened. What impact would this have on a person? It was not a superpower, that much is clear. It was a curse. Lee's relationship with Victoria, whom he had married 3 months before their daughter was born, had deteriorated in the recent years. Feeling all those presents where Victoria had lied to him, insulted him, cheated on him, belittled him, and worse, had been too much for Lee. And that was why he had moved to the other end of the country, and only you have his number. Lou. How many presents were there? How many presents will there be where it's not you on the other end of the phone, but someone else? Could the presence be quantified, mantuated for analysis? So, like, this is like the Mothman's thing. Like, the Mothman is there at every, like, bad events in the world or something like that. That's what the whole possible future site, I think that's where it's going with. I could be wrong. I don't know. You shake your head and try to concentrate on the conversation. And to stop thinking about all the possible ramifications of everything, no matter how small, may have. Did you think I had forgotten? Lee laughs, and starts telling you about the last stories he read. Lee is a fan of crime fiction. He had given him several dozen issues of the Ellery Queen's mystery magazine, and you call him religiously to tell you what happened in the stories he liked most. Lee needs to talk. He needs to be in contact with another human being. It was the least he could do after ruining his life. What about my son? Is he learning anything? He stopped munching on grass. You notice his voice breaks when he mentions Xanatos. Xanatos. You tell him he is. You tell him he's helping you observe people you're interviewing. As if he had been summoned, you see Xanatos walking across the street. You cover the phone with your hand and call him. You say Jimmy's name and make the gesture for Xanatos to watch him. Xanatos nods and you go back to talking to Lee. I don't want to take anything for granted this time. Lee doesn't respond, but you think you know what he's thinking. Lou. Thank you. Before you can say anything, he hangs up. You hold your head and take a deep breath. You had screwed him up, and he thanks you. You think about the new book. The biography of a very special vampire. Will they be okay when they find out? When they know the whole truth? Christine has a family, but Jimmy? You know how much he suffered. It's impossible to foresee how he might react. But isn't there a possible present for any outcome? No. No! The end is always the end. One and only one. And you have to learn to live with that. Okay. Missing some context there, but understandable. I am playing these games out of order. Jimmy! All right. Well, that is all the time that I have for this episode. Sorry for cutting you short. I really do love the story of this game. It has been quite fabulous so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it with me as well. Again, I know this series is not going to be on everyone's list. But again, thank you for those who are joining me for this. But I am really loving it all the same. And if you guys are loving it too, please make sure to leave a like down below. Comment what other games you'd like to see me play in the future. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And I will see you all in the next video. Farewell. Oh, he's got the beer. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh no, there's gasoline. Oh jeez, oh my god.